So there's probably some way to add the ears manually, I mean through Advanced Skeleton, but I don't know how to do that, so I'm just going to do it manually. Let's just first draw the joints, start out in this view, and skeleton, joint tool. You know, you probably don't need too many. Something like that. Let's check it from the front. And just hitting the down arrow to move through the hierarchy. Something like that. Let's check that in perspective view. Looks pretty good. If I hold down D, it'll move just this one joint and not the ones below it on the hierarchy. Kind of get it in that inside that ear more. Alright, once we've placed those, I'm going to go to skeleton orient joint options. I think the default should be fine. Okay, and yes, that's working. And okay, so now let's go ahead and just name this ear 1 down arrow, ear 2 down arrow, ear 3, and ear end. And let's try mirroring joints, see if that's going to want to work for us. Across the YZ plane. Oops. No. Let me try again. What did I do? Oh, XY. I said YZ and I didn't click on it. Okay. Alright. I usually want those opposite. Okay, good. So now let's parent these into the hierarchy. It's going to be under this group thing, deformation system, and so you pick the children first, which is these, pick the parent, which will be the head end, okay, P. Okay, so those are parented into the hierarchy. Alright, now let's bind them. So I kind of don't want to lose your current weight, so let's see if we can just add these. So I'm going to oh, I know what I forgot to do. I forgot to put the, oh, he puts the left and right at the end of the name, so maybe we should do that too. Okay, we gotta fix these now. So we'll do this here, 1 L, and down arrow, paste, enter, down arrow, paste, enter, down arrow, paste, enter, and then let's just gotta fix these. Oops. Oh, that shouldn't be 3, that should be 1. Yep. And then 2, 3, and then, okay. So we've got the names in there, that's good. All right, now let's select just these ear joints and see if it freaks out. If I bind these to the skeleton with your bind already on there. Selected joints, I'll leave it on geodesic voxel. I don't know if this is going to work. Let's see. Oh yeah, it doesn't. It's already got that one. So yeah, I mean, the question here is, I feel like there's some way to do this, like to add it to it, that I'm forgetting right now. Yeah, let's try this. So select the surface. Under skin, there's add influence. So select the skin to surface and influence transform. So I'll shift select all these ear joints and the surface, skin, add influence. See if there's any options. Geometry. I feel like we want that turned off here. Let's just lock the weights and leave the weight at 0 to start with so it doesn't screw up any of your other weights. Okay, so now I should see these in here, we hope. Yay, there they are. Okay, oh, and see how they're locked? That worked. I'm so happy. So we'll just do one ear and then we'll mirror the whole thing. So yeah, right now they won't do anything because they don't have any weight on them. So yeah, I'll just use the paintbrush. I'm just trying to figure out well, maybe not. I'm just trying to find a shortcut for myself to make this easier. So it's sort of a dense model. So I'm selecting that loop. I'm going to shift period, which is the greater than symbol, to select that. Didn't quite get all the stuff I wanted. Oops. Control Shift will add to the selection without toggling anything off. I really just wanted up to this joint here, so just doing a Control Select to get rid of some of that stuff. Maybe Control Shift to get some of these back in. Get rid of this extra stuff that I've inadvertently selected. This is the hard part. All right. All right, nice clean selection there. Control right mouse click, 2 vertices. And let's go back to the paint tool and go to ear. Let's unlock all of these. Oops. We're still recording, right? Yes. And left ear 1 is this one. Replace value of 1 flood. Okay. And now let's select the next set. Just take a quick look at what this goes up to. Goes up to there. Okay. Wait. Yeah, that looks good. Okay. So, yeah, let's see if we're kind of luckier on this next selection. I'm just going to pick one of these rows in the middle shift period, which is the, I think I need this one. I think that's it, yeah. Okay. And then same thing, but to the next joint down, we will go to the next ear joint, flood. Whoops. Oh, I didn't convert it to vertices. Control right mouse click to vertices. And there we go. Okay. And then finally, this last one will go to the next joint. So this kind of goes right through the middle there. And then I'll just control shift select the rest of those. Oops. I think we want this guy too. Alright. And control right mouse click to vertices, paint tool, next joint down. Make sure you save your file before you even start on any of this stuff. Okay, so it's going to move it. It's not going to be smooth in the way it moves it, but it will actually work now. So whoops, we want that. Okay, and down 1. Good. And down 1. Okay. I know it's not bending well yet. I didn't expect it to, but it's functioning. Don't know if I'm... Alright, and now let's just get that all smoothed out. So let's lock everything first. Select the top one, shift select the bottom one, click the lock. Okay. Now let's unlock just the ear related ones, and that's interesting. Oh yeah, that's okay. And the head one, so we'll unlock those. And then let's go one at a time and just flood with smooth a few times. So smooth, yeah, don't do it to the head one. Just start with the ear one. And then flood, flood, flood. I think I did it, what was that, 6 times? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How's this one look? Just leave that, because if you hit flood here, it might take some of the weights on the top and throw them somewhere weird. So, so now let's take those joints and bend them. See how we like that. I think smoother. Yeah, definitely. I don't think you want it that jointed. Okay. So once again, smooth. Okay, I just hit it. I don't know how many times. A lot. I don't know, 10 or 15 times. All right. So yeah, a couple problems there. Too much influence at the bottom there. And not loving how it bends yet. But it's definitely better. I mean, to some extent, it's a little bit of the nature of the number of joints we have, because yeah, I mean, and you might want it to kind of fold a little bit. It just depends how much you want to move these. Like, I think, when you move it a little less, it seems like it's holding up pretty well. But when you move it a lot, it starts to see. So anyways, you can go back and smooth a bunch more time, try to get smoother. Let's fix this area around the base. Let's see what's going on there. Oh, wrong one. So yeah, it's just shouldn't be. Maybe my joint placement isn't great. Maybe it should be a little more kind of here. I think that might have been better. It's a little late for that now. So maybe when you do this, take a look at having that a little lower down. But anyways, so I think what I need to do is get in there and I think less of this stuff should be influenced by the head. So I mean, it should have an influence on the head, or maybe it's just that it's not smooth enough. I'm not sure. One thing I like to do sometimes is animate it so I can just quickly on the timeline test the motion without having to go in and out of the tool. I did Shift E there, and then let's go forward 10 frames and go forward and spin it the other way. Maybe it's not that bad. I think it's like it's sort of more joint placement than anything is really the problem, because it should be lower. It's a little funny to change it now. There's some kind of there's some trick now to like move joints after it's bound. It generally is not advisable. But we could just we could just have less influence on the head, so let's try that. Hold down B, click and drag to change the brush size. I'm just gonna replace the value of 0. Got that. Here, why am I not seeing any feedback? Place. Oh, I'm sorry. I did opacity 0. That's why. Okay, leave that. I just try never to touch opacity. I just think honestly it just confuses things. Alright. And let's smooth that guy. Smooth. Flood, 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 flood. Okay. Yeah, better, right? Oh, there's some, see that there? Let's place value of 0. Make sure that's none of that smoothing with that. You see this stuff right here. Replace with 0, right? Usually you should see like a subtle, yeah, see that subtle movement when I paint over that. Okay. Anyways, you can play with that. I might go, go a little further here. And then when I'm done. But honestly, I think all of this really would be to just get that joint placement better to begin with. I don't know, I guess. Yeah, better. Okay. Let's call that done. Alright. So we have that. Now we've got to build it into the rig. So keep it pretty simple. Let's go ahead and mirror skin weights first. Save along the way. It's always a good idea. Alright, now I'm going to mirror skin weights options across the YZ plane from the positive X. You can see X pointing out this way, so that's positive side to negative. Mirror. Oh no, the mirror didn't work well, or the mirror didn't work well. That's disappointing. Oh wait, well, maybe it's alright. Maybe I just had something. No, it didn't work well. I'm surprised. See which joint is messing up. That one's okay, actually, surprisingly. Yeah, well, that's not too hard to fix, but I'm disappointed the mirroring didn't work. Just wondering if somehow got some weight on that end thing. No. Oh, that end does have some weight there, but I think it's probably this one. Anyway, let's just clean it up. That one looks fine. You can see the problem right there. None of that should be controlled by that one. I wonder if the fact that we had stuff locked when we mirrored it could affect it. Let me just try that's probably not the case, but I just thought it'd be worth a shot to see if somehow that is the case. Nope. Wishful thinking. That's alright. Let's fix that. It's fine. That should not be there. Replace 0. Don't know why the mirroring didn't work right. Because I mirrored the joints, so the character seems to be symmetrical. Okay. Let's save this. It's always good to save lots of steps, so you can always go back to the last working thing. Alright, let's put some controls in there. Create NURBS primitive, circle. Oh, I hate that. Create NURBS primitive, turn off interactive creation. NURBS primitive, circle. W, hold down V, middle mouse drag, snap to. Let's just hide the polygons for a second. There, snap to that point. Now there's a whole trick here to line these up perfectly to the joints. See if I can remember. I think what I did was, then there's scripts that do this stuff for you, but select the oh, we need that one first too. Let's go ahead and I'm just going to Control D, W, V for snap. Select Control D, snap. Okay, so we just need those three and probably scale those down. Show the polygons again. Something like that. So yeah, I think if I remember correctly, to get these perfectly oriented, what you would do is you would select the joint, shift select the curve, constrain orient options, make sure maintain offset is turned off, add that. Oh, really? Why is that doing that? I guess because this is sort of Y up on this thing instead of X up. I wonder if I created a circle facing a different axis, if that would help in the first place. Let's give it a shot. Normal axis, X, create. I think this is going to do it. Okay, let's just try it with that one first. Select the joint, shift select the circle, constrain, orient. Yes, so now it's exactly lined up with that. And then you can delete the constraint off of that, edit, delete by type, constraints, okay. And let's see if it'll let us freeze transforms, modify. It'll like zero out all these values but keep it in the same spot. Yeah, the only catch is it does that, but it screws up the orientation. Yeah, that didn't. I think that if that was taken off, it would leave the orient alone, but it doesn't seem to do that. Can't really tell the difference. Oops. Let's delete the constraint off there again. Delete by type constraints. Yeah, it sure doesn't seem to be keeping the orientation. Well, history. Alright, well, it's good enough. Not really happy with that. I'm missing something here. Let's just keep going and call it good enough. So duplicate V for snap, Control D for duplicate. And just do that process again. Select the joint, shift select this, constrain, orient. Oh, I should have. Sorry, I should have duplicated it before I did the whole constraining and freeze transformation, yada yada. Let's just do it again. Create an alternative circle, and we had that with the X. Not the slickest demonstration ever. Sorry. Control D, V for point snap, middle mouse to that. Select this guy, select that guy, constrain, orient, and this one, that joint, and this guy, constrain, orient. We'll just delete the constraints at the same time. Edit, delete by type, constraints, modify, freeze transformations, edit, delete by type, history. Okay. And now let's parent these together. Select this one, shift select that one. Oh, let's name them first. So ear control. So let's start with the bottom one. Ear control 1L. Copy that. Paste. Whoops. 2. Paste. 3. Child parent P. Child parent P. Child parent. This head control P. All right. Let's see if it explodes on us. Oh, and then these have to. We didn't make these control the joints now, so select this. All right, and let's do constrain parent options. Yes, maintain offset. Add. Okay, nothing exploded yet. This one. That one? No. That one. Constrain parent. And this one. And this one. Nope. This one. Yeah. No. Gosh. Sorry. It's late. Constrain parent. Okay. So that will make these curves actually control those joints. What happened to our weights? I thought we fixed that. You know, I think I must have screwed up both sides when I did the mirror. Because remember, I fixed that on the other side. But just real quick, let's hide this. And you can select all three and kind of bend those together. Alright. Let's go fix those weights. I just assumed it wasn't broken on that side because it was working before I mirrored, but the mirror must have somehow messed it up. Oh. Yeah, same thing we did on the other side. Just do it here. Place 0. Yeah, replace with 0. Oh, there we go. I felt like I wasn't painting it first. Right. Don't know why that mirror didn't work. Alright, let's try our little rig again. I think that needs to be smoothed more. But I'm not gonna spend any more time on that right now. Let's see what happens when we move the whole character. Hope it doesn't freak out. That's working, good. How about the head? Yep, that seems to be working. Yeah, no weirdness in that. So yeah, I think we're okay. So I'll just repeat the steps for the other ear. And there is an ear rig. Probably an easier way with some scripts. This is a very manual process. It's not exactly going by the way the rest of the character is built. We have like the deformed skeleton and then the rig skeleton on top of the deformed skeleton. But that's just a lot more steps right now, and it's not really doing anything for us in this case, so this was simpler. Oh, and then you had a question too about the length of the legs, and there's actually this nice, when you're in IK mode, if I switch this to IK mode, and I select this foot control, it's got like a leg length thing, so you can see that made his legs longer. Now unfortunately this will not work with the automatic walk thing, or I don't think it'll work with the FK leg at all. I think if we switch back to FK, see how it shortens again? So if you leave your legs on IK, this could be an easy way to get the legs longer, but I mean, the real proper answer is that you should really go all the way back to the model and then rebuild the rig again and then reskin it again, do that whole process. So that's like, this is a shortcut. That walk cycle thing won't work with this, the automatic walk thing. But besides that, it should work. Alright.